Hello everyone, I'm back. Hello everyone, I'm back. Back with another drawing practice. Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna be focusing a bit more on gesture. So back with another drawing practice. Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna be it's a bit different from what I've been focusing doing a bit more on for this past gesture so far, but not really that different. Back with another drawing practice. Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna be a bit different from what I've been focusing doing a bit more on for this past gesture so far, but not really that different. Back with another drawing practice. Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna be a bit different from what I've been focusing doing a bit more on for this past gesture so far, but not really that different. Back with another drawing practice. Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna be a bit different from what I've been focusing doing a bit more on for this past gesture so far, but not really that different. Back with another drawing practice. Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna be a bit different from what I've been focusing doing a bit more on for this past gesture so far, but not really that different. Back with another drawing practice. Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna be a bit different from what I've been focusing doing a bit more on for this past gesture so far, but not really that different. Back with another drawing practice. Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna be a bit different from what I've been focusing doing a bit more on for this past gesture so far. So, but not gesture. So back with another this image was the last image. Hello everyone. I'm gonna be yesterday from what I've been focusing doing a bit more on for this past gesture so far. So, but not gesture. So show you this image was the last image. Hello everyone. I'm gonna be yesterday from what I've been focusing a bit more on for this past gesture. It's kind of like, but not gesture. So this image was you're looking at hello everyone. The pose yesterday subject and looking at for this past gesture. It's kind of like, but not gesture. So this image was you're looking at hello everyone. The pose yesterday subject and it's displayed this past gesture. But these sorts of lines gesture. So this image was you're looking at hello everyone. The pose yesterday subject and it's displayed this past gesture. But these sorts of lines gesture. So this image was you're looking at hello everyone. The pose yesterday subject and it's displayed this past gesture. But these sorts of lines gesture. So this image was you're looking at hello everyone. The pose yesterday subject and it's displayed this past gesture. But these sorts of lines gesture. And it doesn't even have to go into a line. You're looking at hello everyone. The pose yesterday subject and it's displayed this past gesture. But these sorts of lines that's what I'm going to do. It doesn't have to go into a line. You're looking at hello everyone. The pose yesterday subject and it's displayed this past gesture. But these sorts of lines that's what I'm going to do. It doesn't have to go into a line. You're looking at hello everyone. The pose yesterday subject and it's displayed this past gesture. But these sorts of lines that's what I'm going to do. It doesn't have to go into a line. You're looking at hello everyone. The pose existing guest subject. What is it? That's what I'm doing. Existing guest subject. What is it? That's what I'm doing. It's kind of what is
That's
There's actually a big loop of sounds and voices. I think I hear your voice just saying hi, and that is looping as well. Oh no. Okay, let me double check the audio really quickly. Don't want that. Thank you for letting me know. How about now? Is that better? I hear you now. Okay, perfect. Thank you for letting me know. So worst thing is to go a whole hour and something's wrong with the audio. It is clear now. Thank you. Good. Okay. So I'm actually looking at my other monitor and I'm noticing that my gesture sketch is very light. Can you see that? Can you? I'm using a new brush. Maybe I should press a bit harder, but you know, the fear of making a mistake, so you tend to go light at first. But I guess I'll just press a little bit darker for the remaining. No. Have to go smaller. it is a bit hard to see, but you keep going, girl. I'll try. I'm going a bit darker this time, so you should be able to see a bit clearer. Gosh. The knees are all messed up, but the whole point of a gesture is to make quick sketches, like quick lines, and it comes with practice, and usually do this in 30 seconds or less. So let me see, I drew her arm a bit too because it's supposed to flow, you know, like supposed to flow really nicely. Oh, by the way, I hope that you have your sketchbook out too, huh? I always forget to mention that. To those of you who are watching, please have your sketchbook out too, because this is good practice. Okay, there's my gesture. This one was very, very difficult, but I think with some clues in here and just darkening the lines a bit, even though that's not necessarily what you're supposed to do in a gesture. Okay. Yeah. So that's my gesture. It's supposed to be very flowy and, you know. But anyway, moving on to the next one. So I'll show you the one I did before. So yeah, so this one was the first one, right? Not bad, bit stiff, you know, but still got the gist of it in terms of what it's supposed to look like. got the pose in. Okay, so this one, this leg is a bit too out, but I kind of like it like that. I like the line that I did with it, so I'm gonna leave it. So just so it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, not necessarily exact, but it's supposed to have a rhythm and a flow to it. It is beautiful. Thank you. Let's move on to the next one. I think the next one is a guy, so we'll see how this one is. So he is in the air. All right, one line, tell information, that's it. I'm actually thinking that I'm just gonna go based off his clothing instead of his anatomy, just so that it wouldn't be too confusing. So let's go with that. I'll try my best not to go so light as well. Oh. Always going too high in the air. There I go, having to go and make it smaller again. Oops. Hello, undercover yo-yoer. Hi. How are you? Glad that you're able to join me today. There we go. Looks good. I'm good. Thank you. It's supposed to be my gesture. I think I got distracted a bit with the lines because I'm supposed to go with like one line and then be done with it, but hey, it's an excellent pose. I think I might develop this one a bit more just because. I really enjoy doing this pose. This is a fun pose. Yeah, I think we got it. All right, how long did I take with that one? I'm getting my sketchbook. Yes, get your sketchbook out. Get your sketchbook out. Also, let me know if you would like the reference that I'm using to be bigger, because I could scale it bigger for you guys. Right? I could scale it bigger for y'all so that you can see. Right? It's give some people some time to get their sketchbooks out, and yeah, I really like this one. So you could see it's not traced. But I'm actually very close, you know, very, very close. And y'all are my witnesses. So we're concentrating on gestures today. Just one line to give enough information without going too much in detail. Although this one I got a little bit distracted because I decided not to go too much on the anatomy and just go with the outer clothing instead. Whereas the other ones that I did earlier, let me just show y'all, right? So for this one, the usage of one line to give information, and that's it, right? I didn't go too much into the anatomy as much. I just wanted to go and feel out the pose and loosen up, you know, because I don't want all my drawings to be so, I should say, like finished, like detailed in a way. And this is good for beginners, right? So you begin to develop a habit of simplifying. This is a very good practice. So that's the second one I did. The first one I did was this reference. So see that? Even though it's incomplete, but you could still tell the pose, right? You could still tell that, you know, that's what she's doing. She's standing there, hips back, her left arm is, she has a hook, and then she straightened out her right hand. You know, good practice. Simplify. One line, right? One line. I don't want hold on, let me change my my brush to demonstrate, because this is what I see students doing, you know, and they kind of do this scratchy line. I don't want that. Just go for it. You know, just go with the line. If it's a mistake, leave it. Don't even bother. Just go with it. Go with your mistakes. That's what I want to see. Well, at least I hope that you're able to practice that while watching my live streams, you know, because I don't know if y'all notice, I barely erase. I mean, you've seen me erase, you know, but in terms of when putting a line, I kind of just go with it, right? Now, even looking at this one, this leg, it's a bit outstretched, a bit too much, but because I like how the one line looks, I decided to leave it, right? Because I know that proportionally it's a tad too long, but I like it, you know? Gives a bit of energy and flow to the line. Undercover Yo-Yo says, I do that all the time. You mean the drawing with the scratchy lines? Yeah, that's okay. Just practice doing one line. But then I erase it and draw it harder so it's thick, and then I erase the remaining sketch. So that's one thing with a sketchbook, is that it forces you to just accept the mistakes. You know, we kind of just have to go with the flow. Like, pretend this is me on my sketchbook, right? If I were to keep erasing, then, you know, you won't learn, right? You have to be able to see your mistakes so that you're able to make adjustments and fix it, right? So that's why I don't encourage my students to erase all the time. Just, if you make a mistake, just go with it and see if you could make it a part of the initial drawing, you know, like, make it your own. Make it seem like if you intended that line to be there, you know. It's part of growing confidence in your art as well, right? Not being so quick to erase all the time. All right, so have we gotten this this sketch done, this gesture? Because I'm gonna move on to the next one. Okay, the next one is just as fun, don't worry. Let me just save this first. All right. He is also in the air. Just make it bigger for y'all. Add another layer. Change my brush back. I'm using a new brush, by the way. This one is called SK206 Sketch Grainy Shader. I don't think it's a default brush in Krita, but I'll send you guys, if I remember, where I got that brush from, because I don't think it's a default brush. But anyway, moving on. All right, so we're thinking gestures. We're thinking a nice line, right? Make it nice and flowy, like this. Okay, this is what I want, right? I made my students do lines like this over and over in their sketchbooks, right? This is how you get familiar, right? Like you're training your mind to be familiar with this type of control, right? You're training your brain and your hand to work together. In your son, where do you search for your references? Oh, Pinterest. All on Pinterest, although I'm trying to venture off from not using Pinterest pictures. This year I want to see if I could find references from actual books and use that, but I don't know how I'm able to share that on live streams, because if it's in a physical book, I don't know how to. I don't own a camera yet, so that will just have to wait. So for now, I will just continue using Pinterest or Pexels. I think, let me see. Pexels is a good one too. They have free stock photos. So, right, this is pexels.com, right? So you could search for free photos, and it's all kinds of photos, right? Photos of people, objects, plants, environments, things like that. So I find good chunk of pictures from here as well. All right, so I gave y'all some time to observe this reference here, so let me see if I could get started with my own. So simple sketches. I say simple lines and then here I go trying to get this head right. My bad. You will get it. Okay, I made one mistake here on this line, so I'm just gonna control X or control Z. If he wasn't wearing a shirt and pants and dress shoes, you would think that this is a pose for Spider-Man. Okay. Okay. There. Also, another thing too is that once you get the hang of your pose or your sketch, you could start darkening the lines. That's what I'm doing, or like adding more lines to give it a bit more clarity. I control Z one more time. Bear with me. I think I did one foot longer than the other. In this case, it's okay. I will erase. All done. Yeah. Well, this one was fun too. Yay. I'm happy with this one as well. All right. Moving on to the next one. Make it bigger for y'all. I think this is the same guy. It's just elevated in a different way. On the cover, you know he's different. You can see because of the watch and hair. Yes. I think this might be a different day, but I'm very sure this is the same person. Look. Pretty sure it's the same person. Yeah. Same person. Just same outfit, almost. No, it's the same person. The watch is on his left arm, not his right arm. He is in the air. Yeah, he's in the air. So I think he's jumping and they took the picture of him in the air. So maybe that was his task for that day. The only thing with this one is that I think I made his head a bit too small. So I'm just gonna add to his skull and just make his head bigger. There. Yeah. This was fun to do as well. Yeah. You just see. Woo! That's very close. I like to do that so I could show people that I didn't trace it. Alright, so how is everyone else's sketches going? Hope they're going good. I have one more sketch for today. It's the most challenging one. Really bad. What? I'm sure it's not that bad. I'm sure it's not that bad. Just loosen up your lines and don't think too much of the underlining anatomy like what I was doing yesterday, right? So yesterday I would have broken this pose down into shapes, right? So I would have, gone and make this a square shape and then make this into a square shape and then probably add another square shape like this. Then, I would have done the anatomy of everything right away, right? But for this one, I wanted to loosen up and try to get a more gestural line. So in any case, let me see if I could try to simplify how you could do this, because I was told recently that always have to remember that there will be people in the live stream that are struggling, and I have to really try to simplify how it's done. I'm not very good at drawing real things. I like drawing anime, cartoon stuff. So I'm making you break from your comfort zone, right? Because that's how it starts. That's how it started for me as well, until I realized that anime is very complicated, and if you don't understand how the anatomy of the human body works, your cartoons, your anime will come out looking a bit wonky, right? Because when we really think about it, cartoons and anime are an exaggeration of the human body, right? So in order to learn how to exaggerate something, we have to learn it from the source, which is to draw real people. Do you understand what I'm saying? So don't get too caught up with drawing cartoons and anime and say that as your practice, because drawing real people is like where it really tests your understanding of the human body, right? So but it all takes time, so I'm not saying don't ever draw cartoons and anime. Draw as much as you want, but in order to really take art seriously and to learn it, right, you have to study it from the source, from the original source, right? And that's best by drawing real people and learning how the limbs are, how arms are, how hands are, how thighs, how the head, how hips, feet, all these things that make up the human body. And then once you learn that, you'll be able to stretch it and exaggerate it to fit the form of a cartoon character or any specific type of anime character. You'll find that the more practices that you do of realistic people, of real people, the better your anime drawings will get. That's just my advice. Okay. So how I would have simplified this is basically go with straight line like this, right? That will represent the top area here, and you go down so, right, keeping it as loose as possible, one line, right? Then you draw the head, right? Notice I draw the head in a square, not a circle, right? Not like a circle like this, and then yeah, that's good, but you kind of lose the essence of the shape of his head, especially since his head is very square-like, right? And then you continue it on like this, and again, everything is a shape. So even if it's just a cube or a square, leave it as a square, right? And then you have your knee, again indicated by a square, right? And then you have another line to indicate the thigh area. Oh, I'm running out of space, but you understand what I mean, right? Let's see. Well, if I try, it turns out like cartoon. That's okay. You're not necessarily authorized to draw realistically, right? So a lot of ways on how I got this done is by observing other people, observing other artists and how they sketch their work. So, and then draw up so, right? Then see, another cube, another kind of cube like so, and then another shape, another cube for the foot, right? So let me see, without this, right, are you seeing what I'm saying? You still get the idea of a person. Well, I think I made the torso a bit too short, but you understand what I mean, right? You could still tell that this is a person's arm, could still tell it's a person's head, right? Right? It's just basically developing a mindset to simplify, and that's by observing how other artists simplify, right? So, observing how I do my sketches, it's going to help you in developing how you do your sketches. And this is not necessarily to say copy what I do. No, it's just a way for you to observe and see how I take something so realistic, because you usually draw anime, right? I get my students to draw from pictures, from real people, real pictures. So in a way, it's developing your own way of drawing something without depending on someone else's stylistic ideas, right? This is how you learn. Okay? And if you don't get what I mean, then that's okay too. But I hope that you got something from that, right? So, again, remember shapes, right? Oops. All right. So save that. I have one more drawing. One more. This one is gonna be good. You know why? Because we not only just have to draw one person, we are drawing two people. So you're probably thinking, oh no, this is so difficult. It's just one extra person, don't worry. So take a good look at this reference here. This one is fun. Okay, if you finished observing it, let us get started. I think I might make this one a complete illustration. I don't know. I might, depending on how it goes. I don't want to get too excited, but I remember last year I did one of two people dancing as well, and I was very loose with my sketch, and I didn't think twice about it, and it actually ended up turning out very, very, very well. So let's give it a go and not put myself under too much pressure. So who should we start with first? The man or the woman? Who do you think we should start with first? I think the guy is pretty basic in terms of his silhouette, right? On the cover, it says the man. Yep, I agree. He seems like if he's the least amount of work, Yeah. So let's go with the guy first. I know it's very mannerly to say ladies first. Not this case. We're drawing the guy first. All right. So remember, nice loose sketches. If it helps, you could sketch out the shape, right? Because he's just a big square shape when you really think about it, right? He's just a crooked shape like this, and then, right? Oh, maybe not like that, but you understand what I mean, right? Right, and then here would be his head. There, I gave you a hint, right? And then everything else will fall into place like so. You know what I mean? See that? Give you a chance to view that and copy that in your sketchbook. Hopefully it could help. Everything is a shape, right? Even from here to there, it's just a shape. Okay? So that's your guide. I should do one for the lady as well, but not right now. So for me, I would go about this. Oh, and make sure you have space in your sketchbook as well. Don't draw it too big. Oops. It's going great, thank you. I'm sure yours is going great as well. Let me know if you get stuck on anything. Oops. Using my eraser for the second time for this one. All right. Hello, Mariana. Thank you for joining us today. So we're doing a bit of a challenge. We're drawing 2 people today. So we decided that we're gonna draw the guy first. Oops. And then we're gonna draw the female. So just finish sketching this guy. I'm done with the man. Yay! Nice job. I'm just about done as well. Whoa. Ooh, I like how I did that. That was an accident. Okay. Good. So we're all done. So now we're gonna move on to the female. So I'm gonna move this reference just a little bit over, just so that we could have some space. Okay. Actually, yeah, let's move him over. All right, so let's work on our guide. So this is our guide for the man. So let's see if we could do a quick guide for our female here, our female dancer. All right, so one thing that I realized when learning how to sketch the human body is that I tend to go more square shapes for male figures, and then more softer, slender, curvy lines for female, right? And this is not to say that, you know, sharp for guys and then slender for girls. No. It depends on how you see it, right? Because we could easily just see, you know, a square here for the lady here, and then we could see another curve square like this for her thigh, and then another square shape like this, and then you continue on, you know, right? So here would be another head like this, and then a sideways kind of shape like this, and then there's her hand, her other hand. I think it's kind of twisted, but you know, you get the idea, right? It's the same idea, right? But I assume for most of you, you tend to use more curved lines like this, right? So it's what we did for the guy as well. So let us go ahead and just go with the flow. Remember, gestures. Let's start over here. used to be a whole lot better drawing shoes. Oh well, I'll leave it as that for now. A little bit of foreshortening there. Whew. Her left hand position is kind of tricky, but I'm done with the woman too. What? You're a fast one. I'm just about done mine. Just fixing up, darkening some of the lines here so that it's seen clearly. But other than that, I'm basically done mine too. Nice job, everybody. There. Now, as for this, the frills, think we'll just go with something. Actually, I'm not sure how to do the frills. I think it may just mess up the whole thing. But yeah, I think I might fix her shoes. Her shoes are an abomination. Let's see. Okay. Oops. All right, much better. Oh, Crystal, it's been nice to see you working again today. Have to go now, and we'll see you next time. Have a nice day. Thank you so much, Anio-san, for stopping by. I hope you were able to get some practicing in. All right. Okay. She has a bow on her shoe, but I'm not gonna add a bow. It's this other shoe. This other one here. This is the one that's bothering me. Oh, I think it might be good, you know. It's just me. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are familiarizing yourself with each other. Yay! So happy. I'm so happy. Because once you start getting to know people, you'll soon realize how much people are out there. You know, they're in your shoes. And they're just trying to learn, and they're just trying to connect with people, you know? So yeah, I think I'm done. So, not bad. It's this shoe, this bottom shoe here that's messing me up, but it might also just be the brush that I'm using. So, all right. So there is the final, at least, gesture, right? So it's very simple, very, you know, simplistic, not too detailed. It gets the idea across, right? So you know what they're doing. Obviously they are dancing, right? So the only thing now would be to like add proper line art and actually make it look more appealing, you know? Undercover Yo-Yo said, I hate my art school teacher because I can't approve at all if I do something that's not how it's supposed to be. She gives me a D. Well, don't say you hate your art teacher. That's not nice. But let me see if I could understand what you're trying to say, because I can improve. Oh, I think it's because it's probably just a misunderstanding. Probably how maybe just how she teaches isn't getting to you, like you don't understand it. It doesn't register to you, but it's no reason to hate somebody. It's just sometimes you mesh with teachers and sometimes you don't mesh with teachers, right? So, you know, here on YouTube, there's a whole bunch of teachers on here that's teaching art, but not everybody you will understand with, right? There are some teachers that you are just as confused as when you started, and then when you look at another person's video, you realize, you know, things start to click. You know, it's like a light bulb, you know, and it's just, wow, I understand it now, because this particular individual, he or she, they phrased this topic in this way, and it just triggered my brain, and now I understand it, you know, kind of like that. So you just have to be patient, and I really want to do this over in a proper liner. Should I do that, or should I just call it a day and go have lunch? Might just call it a day and have lunch. Because I really had fun doing this pose. So it's really fun, you know. Should add some life to it, but yeah, maybe for another time. Got to go. Bye. Thank you for coming, Undercover Yo-Yo. So I think I will spend, because when did I start? I started 11:30, 12:30. Yeah, it's about time to end the live stream. But for those of you who are still here, I just want to show you the first sketch that I did for the day. So, oh, actually this was from yesterday. Hold on. Yeah, I wanted to emphasize the goal for today, right? Simple lines for the gesture, right? So this one was the first one that I did, right? Very simple lines, right? And it still tells what the person is doing. And then this one I did. This one I really like because I got the flow of the gesture, and even though there's very limited amount of details, you know, it still gets the pose, gets the idea across. So I'm very happy with this one. Mariana says, do you study art or something like that? Well, I'm an artist. I studied animation in school in 2015, 2016 to 2018. But before that, I was also studying game development. So the structure, the positions, yes, all this is just a study. All of this, it's just to study how the human body works, so that I could be better at animation, right? This is all just warm-up practicing, right? Because I want to get back into animation. So studying gestures, studying form, studying the overall structure, not too much anatomy, but all of that falls in place. Like, it comes out because I've done a few studies of anatomy and muscle formation. So, but yeah, all of this is just a study, and it's fun too to practice. So this is another one that I did today. You know, very straight to the point, and very clear lines in terms of the pose. So all of this is just practice for animation, right? There's this one as well. It's not bad. Got the initial idea across, simple lines, you know. And then there's this one, the same person. I like how this one turned out as well, you know. Gets the general idea, right? So all of this, all these studies are good for your observation and practicing, so you're training your hand to listen to your brain. However way that works out, because the more you do something, the easier it becomes, especially when it comes to drawing. Like, the more people you draw, the more realistic drawings that you make, the more familiar you would be with drawing certain bodily features like shoulders, arms, legs, head, etc. Right? Really like this one too. I might post this one on social media. And then lastly, we have this one. This one I might continue and give it proper line art and maybe color it. Who knows? A whole bunch of things that I could do with it. We will see. But yeah. So this session was fun today, right? It was very loose and lively, and I hope that everybody who is going to watch will learn something and have a better idea in terms of how, when practicing drawing, it's all about drawing often, and you're building your visual library and you're developing more of an understanding for the next time. Okay, so thank you everybody for stopping by today. I'm gonna have some lunch now. I will see you all possibly tomorrow or whenever the next live stream will be. Okay, take care everybody. Bye bye.